Okay, we are back on the podcast. Woo! I'm so
Woo!
excited. It's been like 6 months probably. So we took a little hiatus. We all were just super, super busy. Um, and then I want to shout out Dawn because she messaged me and was like, I really miss you guys doing the podcast. I really love it. And so we were like, you know what? We miss it too. Let's just get back on. And it was a good time because I just finished a show and you guys were slowing down, kind of, in stuff. We all have our schedules put together a little bit better now. So I guess we can make it work for now because we didn't want to make it, of course, like something that was super stressful. We want it to be fun because this is just it's fun for us to just talk to each other and like since we've stopped doing this, like I genuinely miss you guys because I love doing these every other week and just getting to talk. So,
I know, I do too. I'm excited. It was like, I think like just with you having that other job and everything, like it's just, yeah, it was getting a little tough with juggling all the things. And my schedule was also insane. And Carolyn, yeah, all three of us were
mhm.
just having a time and we just didn't want to like come on here stressed out or anything. So no, I'm super glad we're back.
Yeah, yeah. Because I basically started that. I started another job and then I started prep at like the same time. So it was just like a lot all at once. But I've gotten it down a lot better now. And like with my other job, I can be a little flexible in my time because it's like a hybrid position. So I can work from home some days. I can be done a little early some days, depending on what I have to do for work. Because a lot of it I can just do just on my computer. So like I don't need to do like 9 to 5 kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. But all right, where should we start with updates?
Carolyn, how are you doing? I want to hear
Yeah.
how she's doing.
It's good. So far, so good. I will say like at the start of January 5th, started a fat loss phase and it's been going really, really well. Already
You can
down,
see it in your face.
I
I
know.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Inflammation is and all that fat is finally coming down, which it feels really good. But it's been because the only way it's been working is simply because of taking time off from dieting for so long. Because I want to say it was about 2 years since my last fat loss. Because even when I had first started with Cam, we had just done like a small calorie deficit, and I really was just maintaining during that time too, just simply because my calories had to get back into a routine, consistent level. So really happy that I've been able to lose about a little over 20 pounds since January. And
Damn,
Yeah.
girl.
yeah, so it's been really nice. And it's also, I always say like honestly, the biggest thing is always that I can move better. Like you're not as achy, you're not as tired from moving your body. And especially with shooting sports, you have to basically do a hit sprint in 40 seconds and do that about 10 times when it's 90 degrees outside. So that's what I've been also focusing on. So it has been really nice having shooting competitions alongside bodybuilding and also just getting excited about the sport again
Mm-hmm.
because I needed that break from bodybuilding because it was really hard to get excited about it. And I know like all of us bodybuilders usually end up coming to a certain point in our careers where we're like, I just kind of I'm not excited about the sport. And so taking time off was much needed. And it makes going to the gym a lot easier and also excited about like just getting excited about the Arnold and just all these competitions and seeing Kayla just crush it in her show. Like she absolutely crushes. So I'm so excited that we're gonna be talking about her show and we should definitely cap on that too.
Just curious, have you, because you don't have a coach right now, right? You're just doing this yourself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's freaking
That's
awesome.
fucking so good.
Yeah. But that feels damn good. You're like, just, I mean, you've collected so much data about your body over the years, and you're like, let me just try this myself. And that's
Mm-hmm.
freaking awesome.
Saving money more than anything else because I did move as well at the end of January too. So it just came at a really nice time. I do miss the coaching with Cam because he's incredibly good at what he does. He's really truly one of the best out there, and I can't say enough about him. So yeah, so no, I think it came at a really good time, and I know I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
think
love
it's
that,
also
girl.
awesome just that you're doing it by yourself and you continued the fat loss phase to like prove to yourself that like you can do it and you can trust yourself to hold yourself accountable to that, you know? So I think that's awesome. Because you're gonna eventually go back to Cam, right?
Yeah, yeah, hopefully. No timetable on anything right now.
Just
Just
kind of
kind of
chilling
going
and
slow.
just seeing where
Yeah.
things go.
Exactly. Because even where I am currently, I'm still like even getting to stage weight again would be another 30 to 40 pounds. Yeah. So it's like it's take your time and make sure all of this current fat loss sticks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Totally.
hmm
Hell yeah.
Amanda, how's your all of your stuff going? How's your back and everything? I know you don't have to go in full details to everybody, but
Let's talk about your show before we
okay. I didn't want to
I
like
mean,
steal the show and be like,
Aw.
oh, let's talk about my show because I
no,
don't
your
see it.
show should steal the show because yeah, that's way more exciting and yeah, I would rather yeah. We can touch on my stuff here like towards the end, but
Okay.
there's like not a ton, but I think like let's highlight your show.
Okay. So I did a show, guys. A pro show. I did the Triple O Dynasty at the when was it? April?
So
Sometime in April
it was the
this
I'm
second
month.
week.
like,
Beginning of
holy
this month.
shit.
That's when it was. Holy
Yeah.
crap, I just blanked out.
Until April. No way.
And so there was 14 girls that showed up. I placed seventh, which is a huge improvement from my pro debut. I was so happy with my look. Obviously, we always look and we can always like be better. So like I already was like, I know what I can improve on already, but I was very, very happy with it overall. Um, my feedback was great. The head judge came back and he said to nail your peak because my glutes didn't come in, and I was like, I think it's not totally that idea. And Amanda, like you and I talked about this, where like yes, I probably could have been a little bit leaner because that's just where the last part of my body fat goes away from. But also, I think I need to work on glutes a little bit more to just make them a little more dense to show it better. So, and then he said I could have used just a little bit more detail in my mid back. Otherwise, he said I'm very proportionate. My size is good because I going into the show was like I'm gonna be way too fucking small. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna get dwarfed. And that was what I thought the whole time because I was 106.5 the morning of the show. So I was like small. I was tiny. And so, but then I looked at pictures and I was like, oh, I don't really look that small. So it's really cool to see and just like really reassuring to myself that like I can do this and like I did belong up there, and that there is potential for me to continue to grow and to win a show. So that's the goal. So long story short, show went great. Great feedback. We are going into off season instead of doing another show. That was going to be an option, but we were like, well, we could cut 8 more weeks and like maybe come in a couple pounds leaner, but then is it going to take away from my upper body? So we are like, let's just improve on what we know we need to improve on. And that goes for like going for a growth phase, because then that means we can compete a little earlier next year too. So that's what we're gonna do. So I haven't done just one show since like when I first started competing, which is crazy. But at the same time, like you get your feedback, you know what you need to improve. I know what my goal is. So like, why am I gonna waste time and money? So um yeah, I guess there's a lot more I can talk about, but what do you guys want to know, I guess?
I mean, I think you should talk about like how you felt about your package and kind of how your prep went overall.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Prep went really well, especially compared to my last one. I mean, my last prep, the coaching aspect wasn't great, but also like I can't put all of the blame on that, nor am I going to, because I had a lot going on in my personal life that was happening. Like my dad was passing away, like he did pass away, and then like I was going through a divorce, so there's like a lot that was happening. This prep was so much smoother, even though I had just started this other job. So like I've been working like a lot, but at the same time, prep was like the easiest thing that was happening. So knock it off, dogs. They're like playing under my feet. Go lay down, Howie. And so the prep was like the easiest part, and it really didn't get like super hard until like the last like couple weeks probably, where my food started to get pretty low because we just had to push a little bit. And then my cardio started to get like I didn't do more than 6 days of 80 minutes of cardio. So that's not terrible compared to when I was doing 7 days a week, 2 hours a day. So that's much more doable. Um, and I mean, my weight, stage weight was, I was surprised honestly, because like I was like 109 coming into peak week. And I was like, all right, like this is fine. Like I'm up a couple pounds from like my last show. That's a good thing. I'm leaner. So that means I grew. And then like as soon as I got there to Mesa, it just like dropped. And I was like, all right then, I guess we're just gonna drop some weight. So I went on stage 106. Well, I was probably on stage about 107.5. So I was a little heavier on stage, but compared to my last show, I was the same weight, but much leaner. So definitely think that we improved upon that. My oh, my suit and my presentation was my favorite of the entire bodybuilding career I've ever had. So kudos to Amanda for helping me pick out my suit colors because I've gotten so many compliments on my suit, and they're like, everyone's saying like blue is your color, like that's so pretty, stuff like that. So I 100% will continue to go with that. I might even wear the suit again because I've only gotten to wear it once. So I will definitely keep it around. But presentation wise, felt very confident on stage. I got lots of compliments on my presentation too. So like that felt really nice. I didn't feel shaky at all. Like it was awesome. And like I even got called out twice. So that was really cool. So I got second call outs, which was totally fine. I was on the end, and then he like we did one turnaround, and then he moved me immediately towards to the outside of the other side, like kind of the middle of the other side, and then he moved me right into the center. And I was like, fuck yeah. And like that feeling when you just get moved right in and they're like, "Yep, this is definite." And like he moved me in just so sure as day, and I was like, that felt so good. So, that was cool, and then they pulled us out and then compared us to the bottom of the top 6. So that was cool that they did that. They don't normally do that, but it was nice. So that way we could get a chance to like be compared to the other girls rather than just this is the top call out, this is the second call out. Hey, be quiet. I don't know if you could hear that. Just barking. You can hear stuff outside. So that was really neat. The girls were nice. Like it was great to meet everyone backstage. That's probably one of my favorite parts of when Maggie, shut up.
We can't hear them. Zoom blocks it out,
Does
so you're
it?
good.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
hear them at
Because
all.
I'm like, she's back there just like barking, and I'm
All
like,
we hear is you yelling.
Yeah.
sorry, everybody that's listening. I'm yelling at my dog. So the girls were all nice backstage. Love to see everyone. It was really cool because we had like 4 Midwest people that were competing at this show too. So
Oh, that's cool.
it was nice. So I was like, oh, I know her. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know her. Like, so that was kind of nice. Um, but even just meeting new girls too, and like I got to meet Natalia. Well, again, Natalia Soltero. She's like top 4 Olympian. So I was like, she's gonna win, like 100%. But she was super nice, super sweet, and like deservedly so won the show. Like you just look at her glutes when she walks, and you're like, that is some dense ass muscle. Like, damn. So yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with everything. Like and like my peak too. Oh my gosh, you guys. The most unconventional peaking I've done ever, but it fucking worked.
Mhm.
So coming into peak week, my food was pretty low. I was literally having just carbs. The only carbs I was having was like my yogurt at the end of the day. I had a little bit of oats in it and a little bit of like the Three Wishes cereal inside of it. Maggie, stop. Um, and then and that was it for carbs. And the rest of the day was like chicken and vegetables and then an egg, egg whites, and vegetables. So I was pretty low on food, which is fine. Again, it was only for a couple weeks. And then, but during my workouts, we started taking pictures and stuff, and I was getting full like muscles. My muscles were filling up on just water and salt. So Luke was like, I'm really sorry. He's like, we might just come into here with just like water and salt. He's like, because you're responding well, which is fun, which is good. He's like, I want to feed you. He's like, but I gotta do my job. And I'm like, nope, it's okay. I will suffer. It's okay. I'm just gonna suck it up. Like, I'll be fine. So I did end up getting some carbs though, because I started dropping weight. So he did like the day before the show, he gave me some rice for my first 3 meals, which was great. took a huge nap that day, and just felt awesome. So I think my body was just like relaxing and just like like just like finally like we can chill and I just like let go of all of that. So that was cool. But then it was kind of funny, like going into like makeup show morning. You walk into the room and everyone's sitting there and everyone's quiet because it's 5:30 in the morning and everyone's tired. I walk in with like my water bottle and a Starbucks coffee, and I was like, I'm here. And most other girls are just like eating plain rice cakes or like not drinking anything at all. And he's like, I want you to drink 50 ounces of water before 9 a.m. And I was like, damn, okay. So I basically got to drink water and I still got carbs on show day. So that was nice. Um, it was just very odd. And like my yogurt never cut it out. But again, it wasn't making me hold water or anything. I was waking up dry. We didn't use a diuretic at all, not even like dandelion nut. Nothing like that. So it was really nice. Really cool peak. Definitely not what I've done before, but it works. So just gonna go with
Yeah,
it.
that's so awesome. Well, it's so much, such a different experience. Like when you get off stage and you feel like, regardless of the outcome, like you just feel like really proud of what you brought, and the whole process leading into it was just like every prep has bumps in the road for sure.
Yeah.
Like that's just the nature of it.
Yep.
Life has bumps in the road without prep, you know what I mean? So, but as a whole, this prep was so much more. I didn't even feel like you were in prep, at least for us. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, she's prepping, just because it wasn't like so miserable and horrible.
Yeah.
And it was almost just like you were living life like normal, just dieting. And
Hmm.
then it was like peak week was here. And I was like, okay, it was just, it seemed like it just like seamlessly kind of fit into your life for the most part, even though I'm sure you had your days.
Oh,
It was not,
absolutely.
it was not like preps of winters past, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where so it was just, it's so cool to see, like, again, like all preps have things, like we all have those days where you're just like, what am I doing? Why do I hate myself? I'm miserable.
Hmm.
But as a whole, like that's how mine prep was last time too. Like it was just, yep, I had some really hard days in there, but overall it was much more smooth than previous ones. And my overall mindset in it was good, and yours was
Hmm.
too. And so I'm so glad that that was how it went.
Yeah, and
It's
I'm so happy that you were still able to take trips with the girls and take the weekends off. It's one of those things too. It's like, how do you make sure that you fit bodybuilding into your current life?
yeah. Yeah, 100%. And that was a big change for me because this was my first prep with the girls being around. So, for anyone that doesn't know, like my boyfriend has twin girls and they just turned 7 like a week ago. So they're pretty young. So obviously with like bodybuilding stuff, like I don't want to convey like any sort of like weight loss or body image stuff or anything like that. And I think I did a pretty good job because I don't use
The dogs.
Sorry for the dead air, guys. This the dogs. They're just
put her in the
losing it.
kennel.
She's putting them in the kennel.
And we promise the girls' names aren't Maggie. Just
No, no, no.
Sorry.
Not putting we're not putting any girl. Yeah, just the doggies.
I put the dog in the kennel, not the girls.
Yeah.
But no, sorry guys. Anyways, so he's got twin girls, and so I made sure to tell them like this is my goal. I'm trying to get on the stage and stuff because they would ask about my food and they're like, Kayla, why can't you have what we're having? Or why do you eat the same thing every day? And I was like, well, I'm an adult. I eat plenty of variety in my meals, so I'm healthy. I have to follow this plan because this is what my coach tells me to do based on what my goal is. So I don't think that, in my opinion, it's not a bad thing to teach them like it's okay to eat these things based on this goal. And then afterwards, like, when I was done with the show, the weekend after was their birthday. So I made them a cake and I had a piece of cake with them. And they were like, yay, you can have cake with us, and that's fine. And so I think as long as they understand it and they like to ask about it, like they would every time I was doing like pictures for check-ins and stuff in the morning, they like to come and they like watch me and then they're like, can we press the button? Can we take some pictures? So I let them take some pictures too. And it was always really cute. And they asked like if they could come, and I was like, I really wish you could come and stuff, but they would probably get bored for the whole day. Like it's a long time for little kids to be there. So we're like, let's just wait till they're a little older. But yeah, that was really, really cool and really special to me to be like, I need to keep myself in check because this is a privilege that I get to do this. And for them too, like, don't get me wrong, I did towards the end get a little like short with things, or like I would get more irritable just because I am hungry. Like, that's kind of how it comes across for me versus like some girls like cry easier or like just are super tired. Like, I just am like snippy kind of, and I needed to make sure that I watched that a little bit. So that was the hardest part. No, the hardest part was the forgetfulness, because I already have ADHD. So like if it's not written down, it's gone. And then this just made it worse. And like Tyler would be like, I told you this the other day, and I'm like, I don't remember this. I'm like, we did not have this
Zero
conversation.
recollection.
No. And so that was probably the most frustrating part of prep and the hardest, just because I would get frustrated with myself to be like, I felt stupid for like, I forgot this. Like, how could I forget this? And then I'm questioning like things I did remember of like, well, is this even right how I remembered it and kind of stuff? Or like, did I imagine this? Did I say it in my head and like forget to say it out loud kind of thing? So that was the hardest part. And like, still obviously recovering a little bit from that because I'm only like, I'm coming up on 3 weeks post show this weekend. So still going through some of that stuff and whatnot, but labs are tomorrow. So I'm doing that. Um, and then we're reversing now, obviously. My food's come up a little bit, but we're kind of coming down on cardio first. And then I got my new training plan today, which you guys will love this. I have hip thrusters twice a week now.
Oh, welcome. Welcome, my
So
dear.
I get to embrace the bikini world.
Yeah, dude. Good luck.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Just no kickbacks.
Just wait, they're coming.
Just, just you wait.
So yeah, I mean, that was everything. I think. I feel like I talked forever. But
No, it was a good little like it's yeah, you're capturing like an entire prep because we haven't podcasted in so long. So
I
it was not
know.
just like a summary of the show, but
Hmm.
no, dude, that's freaking awesome. We're all super proud of you. And it was yeah, the live stream. It was I'm glad that the show was live streamed so we could watch and
Hmm.
follow with everything. I agree. That suit was banging. It looked so good. The colors
Hmm.
against your skin. Not to like toot my own horn, but I was like, yeah, that was the color combo.
And it was like, that
Yeah.
was me.
I mean, you picked out most of it. I was just kind of like, I just like was like, I think we should go in this color family. And then,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
I mean, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted. I knew I wanted to do like a bluish purple.
yeah,
Um, and then you just really helped with like which stones to pick out. And then, so for anybody that's listening, Krista Haynes, that's who I go through for suits. Amazing. She's super helpful. She did a great job with it. It was to me with like, I think she sent it to me like 4 weeks out. So like I had it in my hands, like ready to go. And then my jewelry I always get with Bow through Body Bling Jewelry. Also super great. She will like take the picture of like your suit and she'll send you ideas of things that match it. And she has like colored stones that match your suit color. So like it's not just plain silver or plain gold. She has that too, but she kind of makes it fun. So that's really nice.
yeah.
So
You guys can probably do that in figure bikini. They don't like us doing that so much.
yeah, that's true.
No
okay.
bougie shit. Just do the yeah.
Hmm.
Just everybody, if you're bikini, don't be doing gold jewelry and all kinds of shit.
And
Just
fit
Hmm.
model.
yeah, and fit model. Yeah,
Oh
literally
yeah.
like
You can
just
have anything.
reel it in. Just yep, reel it in. Um, but no,
But
dude. And just so everyone knows,
I,
Krista Haynes is KH Customs.
Yes, thank you.
I
Yeah.
especially like the cut of this suit, particularly in
Hmm.
comparison to last cuts, because I was like, damn, like from the back, I was like, that's you nailed it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was beautiful.
That was perfect.
I was a little skeptical of the cut at first because it's the pro cut. And I was like, I sent you guys a picture. I was like, whoa. I was like, this goes like way up my butt. I was like, is
Yeah,
this how you guys
welcome
feel?
again.
Welcome to the pro league.
I know. And I was like, I feel like I'm in my underwear on stage.
Have
And
you
I was
seen our
like,
bikini bottoms? It's like an
yeah,
actual G-string.
yeah, for real. And I was like, oh my God, like I didn't even think about this ever, but I do like it. And like I will only wear it for stage. Like I'm not someone that wears a swimsuit like that. I'm like, mm-mm. Especially around like family stuff. I'm like, that can be covered. But that is just a stage thing. There's a time and a place, but otherwise I'm just like, I'm a little more modest than that.
You don't want your hoo-hoo out and about.
No, I would like to keep my
An arm.
starfish covered.
Your starfish.
Hmm.
I was talking about, never mind.
I've never heard that before,
Your
Kayla.
starfish is your butthole, in case. Oh my God, I was talking about your vagine, but okay.
I know
Your
you were, but I had to add the starfish on there.
Yeah, it's a real problem. Like,
Hmm.
honestly, when you're standing and your butt cheeks don't touch, when you're that lean, like, yeah,
a
fucking
little,
yikes.
Hmm.
a little gust of wind up in there.
I had to, a client of a friend of mine was competing and her figure suit was way too big.
Oh
And so she
no.
was drawing, yeah, it just wasn't, we had to like glue it to her inside of her ass cheeks. It
Hmm.
was a disaster. It was
Hmm.
like, it barely stayed on. And when she walked out, she was like, let me glue it again. Because it was like, you move it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to go into the bathroom after that.
Oh no,
Oh,
she
it's the
wasn't.
worst
I was
peeling it
like,
off.
yeah, I
Like
was like,
after
honey, you're in
after
this for
show.
a while.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
side note on that stuff, if you guys ever use like Bikini Bite or you get it, don't use it because it just sucks. Like it doesn't stick very well. Use the literal like Elmer's spray glue and like
Yep.
literally glue that shit onto your body because like I had the Bikini Bite and I should have just bought glue and I didn't even think about it. And I had to just like sit there. I was backstage like getting ready to go on and I'm sitting there like rolling it on like onto my skin and then like holding and then it would come off, and then I'd roll again, and then it would come off, and I'm just like, ugh. So it did end up staying. It was fine, but I just something I didn't want to have to worry about. Where like I would much rather have to like peel it off and have it stay than worry about it
I've
possibly
never
falling.
I've never had to glue my suit.
Oh, really?
I had
Never.
too much
Damn.
air in my top, so I had to take the bikini bite that they had backstage and
Oh
like
yeah, because otherwise, like if you turn, it would like
Gap.
flash
well,
Yeah.
everybody.
so what and also my pictures are a little embarrassing too because this was at the actually it was at both shows. Yeah, because it was there was just a little bit of air at the very top and also
Yeah.
I was worried that it was going to like fall forward, so I was tightening the neck strap really tight and then that
Yeah.
would cause more air. And so I did talk to Toxic about it and with Margaret when we were at the women's workshop and I was like, "Hey, can I ask you about this? Like, because I know we had inserts. This was the first year they did the molded cups, which are incredible, by the way. I love this suit." And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry. Like, for your next show, just send it to me, and she's gonna adjust the sizing on the top. No problems on the bottoms, but yeah, I'm just hoping that not to show anything when
Mm-hmm.
you're up there or feel a little breeze. That's not always a good sign. So."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, huh, that's colder than I remember. And then you're like, oh no.
So like there's
Yeah.
nothing there. So I need all the padding that I can get.
I remember those days for sure before I got my chi-chis. But
I
Woo.
love
yeah,
your
dude, I've been, I don't know if it's lucky, but with bikini suits in particular, like mine have always just fit really well and I don't need to glue anything. It just
that's like
stays on.
goal right there. Because your suit this last year was just like
Yeah.
Oh, I love that suit
Mm-hmm.
so much.
I think I was
Yes.
silent for like 5 minutes after looking at it. I was like, what the fuck? This is real.
I was so I was like, dude, if anyone ever gets an opportunity to go try on suits in person and do that, dude, so worth it. Cause
Yeah.
like if you're like I always recommend my girls go to Toxic and then KH is great too. And
Hmm.
KH does a lot more figure suits. Like
Yeah.
Toxic does figure suits, but they're more known for bikini. Um, and I've never not had a suit fit, but just like seeing what colors work on your skin, even though you don't have like the stage tan on yet. At the Arnold last year, I was able to go and like try everything on, and that was a game changer because there were a couple of suit colors I was like really toying with, and when I put them on, I was like, no, like
Yep.
it wouldn't have been horrible, but I was just like, eh. And then when I put the suit color on that I ended up getting, it was like, yes, like this is made for my skin tone and my hair. And I felt so excited for it. And then when I got it, it was like better than I could even imagine. So if anyone's ever like near a show where Toxic is going to have a booth set up, like,
Yeah.
dude, go try your suit on, try on the different stones. And even if like they're not going to have every stone combination there, but at bare minimum, like try on the fabric and then you can kind of get an idea of how the stones will look and then you can play with that.
Yeah.
Um, but it was so much fun. And like Laura ended up helping me design it and we did like five different stone colors and she was like, this is we've never made this suit before. And I was, oh, it's like a cotton candy dream. I'm obsessed with it. I think like next time I compete, I'm not even going to get another suit. I'm just going to use that one because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to like something better than that.
Right.
I know.
No, exactly. And like same with my suit. Like I wore it the one time. I'm like, I'll clean it and just wear it again because it fits so well. So like really like for everyone competing, like don't feel like you have to buy a new suit every single year because if your suit fits you well, if it's the right color, and if you're on a budget, wear it
Mhm.
again. Like who cares?
Yeah.
So no one's gonna be like, oh my God, she wore that suit last show. Like no one's gonna care. So
No,
Unless you're
100%.
one of the lucky ones with a sponsor or you like have obligations to fill, don't
yeah.
don't spend like 500, $600 every
Hmm.
single trip. Because I'm
Hmm.
definitely gonna wear the same suit that I had last time. I may need like sizing adjustments, but it's
Yeah.
gonna cost like what, $50? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can all like what Carolyn said, you can adjust it too and like send it back and they can like take things in or like add some more stoning to it or something if you want. Like especially like I have a lot of girls who are like new to competing. So they usually do like a kind of like very moderate stoning. It's not like completely just bedazzled. So like you can start with that and then as you compete more, if that suit still fits you, like just send it back and just have them do more stones on it. That way you don't even have to worry about getting a whole new suit. So,
Yeah. Agreed.
mhm.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was,
Oh, and jewelry too. Don't
Yeah,
worry
same thing
about
with
it.
jewelry.
Buy
Like,
once, cry once.
yep.
yeah. Only thing is because it's like costume jewelry, it tarnishes really easily.
Mhm.
And it
That's
kind of
why
can, yeah. I'm like, I feel like I always end up buying it because like I pull it out of the bag and I'm like, oh, it looks like shit. It's just like tarnished to hell. I could
Yeah.
just clean it. I'm like, or I could just spend $30 and buy a new one.
I will
Yeah,
give
I
a
kind
shout
of
out
feel the
to
same.
Jewelry by A though. I will give a shout out to Jewelry by A. Her jewelry, like fantastic, never tarnished. It's still just as shiny as can be. I literally checked it the other day and I was like, damn, everything
That's
looks
so nice.
really
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, it was everything there. And especially, I mean, I'm biased. I did help with the booth and all, but I will say, like, helping girls pick out their jewelry and everything, it's such a fun experience. Because then you really get to find different shapes and colors that work for girls. And, it's one of those things too where they like put the earrings on and you're like, and they get so excited. You're like, oh, that's cool.
I've started this little tradition where all of my girls will wear like one piece of my jewelry. If it's like a ring or like a little bracelet or something.
Oh,
And
cute.
I just bring
I
it with
do.
me and like I'll clean it all and like let them pick. Um, and everyone, like no one has to, but I'm like, it's just kind of been a fun little tradition. And then when I wear it, it has like all of their good juju in it. You know what I mean? Where I'm
Oh, I
like,
love that.
all my girls have like it just feels like more special. And so yeah, it's just been like it happened a few times by accident.
Mhm.
And then it kind of ended up just becoming a thing. And like the last a girl I had compete, she's like, I get to wear one of the little pieces, right? I'm like, fuck yeah, like I would love
Oh,
it.
that's
So
awesome.
it's fun. I know. So they've all it's like a ring or a bracelet or something. And then yeah, I'm
Mhm.
like, just pick whatever you want. I've got like 1,000 things in here.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just become a fun little tradition I've started. If
That's
they want to, of course they don't have to, but
Yeah.
everyone's been like, yeah,
Well, because you never know if they're going to forget, or maybe you see something that you're like, oh, you need an extra ring or an extra bracelet here and there, and they may find some earrings that actually look better. So it's always a
dude,
good
I even
good
bring
to
like when
have.
girls compete, I even bring one of my suits. Like just you
Hmm.
never fucking
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
Like you just never
Yeah.
know. And so I'll bring all my jewelry, my suits. I bring everything. And just so because I've got my suits from when I didn't have implants, and then I've got now a couple suits from my implants. So I can usually like
Oh, there you go.
most of my suits, like we could make it work if someone like had a whoopsies and it snapped and broke and they had like it was either wear one of my suits that don't fit perfectly or wear nothing.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm always just like a little paranoid and I'm like, ooh, just bring it just in case you never know.
Yep. That's not a bad idea, honestly. I know I usually bring extra jewelry. I bring like I haven't brought my suit, but I probably will start doing that. Just in case, just because like you said, it's either wear this that kind of fits or wear nothing. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But I
Yeah,
like that idea. That's a super cute little tradition that you do.
I know. I was like, I think there was one show where we did it because I had a couple. I'm trying to remember. I try to remember to like bring it and like, yeah, if they want to. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of more because whenever I wear it again, it feels so good. Like
Mhm.
it's been like Sisterhood of the Traveling Jewelry.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
how it feels. And I'm like, it just feels more special. Yeah, just because it's got like all my girls like memories on there. So
Cute.
um cute. It's fun. It's fun.
Now, if only we could do. I did decide to stay with strapless shoes, unfortunately, because the straps keep breaking. Um, so that's the only thing.
So
So
you're doing the mules.
yeah, yeah. I think this was like a couple months back. I was like still like in taking check-in photos, and then one of the shoes broke, and of the Olympians, and I was like, you know
How are
what?
they breaking so easily? I don't understand.
I
What the
don't know.
heck?
The first run was great, like no problems at all. And then it was not until like, and those were the ones that I had for prep, and I ended up replacing them like in 2024. So it was like a good 2 years with them. But then when I ordered the next same exact pair, two of them had broken. So then I was like, okay, I am going
Damn.
to strapless from here on out.
That's so annoying. Yeah, I can't wear an ankle strap. It like I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm in a foot prison. Like I just feel like it like digs into my ankles in a weird way. Like I'm all
Mhm.
and I'm probably the only person, not the only, but I buy all my competition shoes off Amazon still from Fabulous.
I
Yes.
bought those ones this time.
Dude, okay, let me just Shoe Fairy, awesome, beautiful, but they're like double the price, guys.
Yeah.
Like, and the
Go.
Fabulous ones, the main reason I like them is the actual insert that your
Mm,
foot goes on is like this terry towel material. And I
Yes.
feel like I don't slide. Whereas the Shoe Fairy, it's this like slippery, like
mhm.
material. And I'm like, I feel like you just like slide right through. And my Fabulous ones, my foot's like in there. Like I could wear those for hours and be fine.
Yep.
I feel like especially if your feet are like prone to getting sweaty, you're just gonna slip like right through it.
Yeah. I know.
Yep.
I wish I'm like, I would like, I love because like I know they can get a little funky, like with the tan and everything, but I scrub mine like when I get home. And I don't care if they get stained. My foot's covering it anyway.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
those shoe fray ones, like they are cushiony and they are really, really pretty and nice. But that material is just like super slick. And yeah, the Fabulous ones off Amazon, they're just like this like cottony fabric on them. And yeah, my foot just sticks right in there and they're really comfortable. They're honestly almost the exact same because I just get the mules too. Like I get the 4.5 inch heel, not the 5 inch.
It
Hmm.
was funny because I did look it up and I remember it was the company's called Pleaser Shoes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones. As long
The
as it's
stripper shoes.
yeah.
Yeah, they literally have stripper shoes on there. Like if you go on the actual website, because I went and
Yeah.
looked them up, like you have to just click on like clear so that way you can find the right ones you need because they got ones that are like platform is like this on them and you're like, whoa. But
I actually love
Well,
you guys
that's
should
what all the
really
shoe fairy, like we were all just wearing the stripper heels before there was any shoe fairy or anything like
yeah.
that.
right.
And
Fabulous was my first pair and they're like $50.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, and that's what all the shoe fairy shoes are based off of. Like the
Yeah.
Fabulous heels have been around for fucking ever.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's on Amazon right now, and the ones I literally wear are $70. And the shoe fairy like 120.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you use a coupon code, you're just saving on shipping.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I bought I don't have them around me, but I bought like a sparkly pair from Fabulicious, and I think they were maybe like 100 versus like 180 on Shoe Fairy. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna take that. So
Yep. I may actually, because Fabulous, they do have a $120 pair, but it's like fully encrusted in crystals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Versus like mine are partly covered in crystals. But the only reason why I haven't is just because those are 5 inch heels and I like the 4.5.
Hmm.
Um, and they have like such good reviews.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't realize the Shoe Fairy was on Amazon. They're $170.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
what? I don't know if that's just Amazon pricing because they have to pay Amazon a certain.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
But
Interesting.
absolutely no. Oh man, yeah.
I would rather get a really good pair of sneakers.
I know. Gotta hand it to the strippers with their shoes, right?
If anyone knows, it's gonna be the strippers. They're gonna know which ones are the right ones.
Yeah, it's true. Like with the clear, comfortable heels.
Yep. Because they're on those bitches all night long. So they gotta be comfy. Gotta make
Yeah.
and it's true. Like I can wear those heels for like a while and my feet are fine. So,
Yeah. Like even like the basic mules are
yeah.
$50. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, especially for a first time competitor, like fit model, it's like the judges don't give a shit if it's,
No.
one or the other. And if you're trying to be really cost effective, like guys, like Fabulicious, Pleasers on Amazon,
Yeah.
you're totally fine.
Yep. That's what I always do for my new girls that are just starting to compete. I'm like, just have these plain ass ones here and like $50. That way you don't have to spend so much money on all this. Cause like it is an investment to compete and it is a lot, so it's you want to be as cost effective as possible and not make people's first experience just like make them go broke. But yeah.
No, totally. Yeah. And like I'm looking at the ones I have. Yeah, there's because like also it's less of like, I don't know, to replace them, it's like not a big deal. It's like 50 to $70 depending on which pair you get, if they have crystals on them or not.
Yeah.
And so like because I practice so much in them that they do get kind of funky and I scrub them and clean them, but sometimes
Mhm.
you're like, ugh, it's time.
Yeah, because I've had like my last pair I've had since 2022 because I got them for my wedding.
Yep.
And I wore them for that. And I wore them all the way up until this year. And like I can still wear them. I just got a new pair because they're like getting kind of like dirty and like they have tan on them and stuff. So I'm like, I should just get a new pair. And it's been
Yeah.
like 4 years now. So I'm like, but they've lasted 4 years of me getting a lot of use out of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're great.
Hell yeah.
So Amanda, tell us
Yep.
about your back. How's the
Oh, do we
recovery
do we
process?
do we want to hear about my back? Um, so when was the last podcast? Was it before January?
Yeah, it was like November.
Okay, I'm going to summarize this really quickly because I think everyone's tired of hearing about it, including me. Um, it's been a nightmare. So I finally got an MRI in, when did I get an MRI?
It's probably,
Early February?
yeah, February.
Okay. Early February, I got an MRI finally. I just paid for it out of pocket because to be honest, it was the same price as my fucking insurance anyway. And then I got the results like right away, which was
Nice.
nice versus like because there's a place here that you can just like go in and a la carte buy an MRI. And then they give you
Sweet.
like yep, the report and they have a radiologist read it and all that stuff. So I did that. I have a 11 millimeter herniation. Um that it's like sitting off to the left and pushing against the nerve column, which is what's been causing all my pain and spasms. Not all, but contributing to it. I have two annular tears and two other discs, and then I have like three or four bulges going on other ones. Um, so the good news about all of that was like my pain's not caused by stress. It's caused by all that bullshit. And it's all of it can be mitigated basically. Like, I mean, the herniation is pretty intense, but there is a possibility that my body will like absorb it and then it just is slow. The tears will heal for sure. And then the bulges, I can just try to prevent them from getting any worse. So definitely like not like herniations and disc bulges and tears, like a lot of people that train and exercise really hard have them. So it's not like by any means like a death sentence or not death, but like, oh, I can never train it. It's not like that. It's just the thing that I was super grateful for is now I know what not to do while it's healing, aka twisting, squatting, or deadlifting of any kind. Whereas if I didn't know what was going on, I could potentially like I was still doing some like twisting stretches, and that's like the worst thing you can do while all this
Which
stuff is
I'm
healing.
but I'm sure it felt you would think that it feels good to do like a twisting stretch to like reach over and try to like stretch this lower back part out, but like probably shouldn't do that. So that's why it's like it's
Yeah.
good to get it tested and just know where you're at.
Yeah, because like I understood why some of the people that were helping me were resistant to me getting an MRI because like the research shows that when people get an MRI and they find things, their pain increases. And because they feel like, oh no, I have a herniation, and then it just like they feed into the injury. And they end up having more pain and they're less likely to rehab it because they just
Mhm.
feel like there's nothing I can do. And then it just causes a lot more problems than solutions. Um, So I understood that, but I was like, you guys, I'm different. Like I'm not like your Gen Pop person that's
Yeah.
just like throwing my back out from, like I understand that. And for me, what's more stressful is throwing spaghetti at the wall. How like and everyone telling me like, I think you're just really stressed out. I think you're just this. I think, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's something not right. Um, so yeah, for me, the MRI was super helpful just to now I have an answer of like, this is what's causing these things. And I was like relieved immediately. I was like, okay, and now we can create a plan around rehab and healing it and training around it. And
Mhm.
now I know what not to do. So that way I don't just keep re-injuring it over and over, which is what I was doing. So it was like my spasms would go down, I would feel better, and then go right back to lifting the way I was because I didn't know otherwise. And the deadlifting is one of the worst things you can do with a herniated disc. Like you can do them again eventually, but like while you're healing it, that's like, don't fucking do that and don't twist your back. Like doing crazy twisting motions or stretches or anything like that. Like just don't do that. Or with an annular tear. Like, the tears usually heal in like 2 to 4 months. So it's like you can usually work those things back in, but like just later. Um, so yeah, so basically I have been back to quote unquote training, even though it's like very limited and light, for the last couple weeks. Because even after I got the MRI, I was still going through a bout of like some pretty bad spasming in my neck and my back, and was in a lot of pain a lot of the time. Um, but now it's definitely better. I'm going into the PT every week and I'm doing like glute bridges from the floor at like seated machines. So like abduction, ham curl, leg extension, kickbacks I can do if I'm like standing upright with a neutral spine. Um, and then I'm doing like a bunch of PT exercises to get that stuff better. The last thing I'll say about it is I don't know what initially caused all of that. If it was probably sparked by something and then over the years just got worse and worse. The main thing that's happened though is because of where the herniation is located, my body has basically like shut off, not completely, but like almost completely. And then at times it's worse than others. My ability to contract my glutes to protect that lower spine. Um, I also have an abnormally long spine, which I'm at like the upper end of like what's even considered normal. And then if it was like 1 millimeter longer, I would be out of the normal range, which isn't anything bad. It makes me more prone to these kinds of injuries because of the
Right.
length. So I was like, I literally have a long back. That makes I was like, fuck me. Like I always joke about having a long back, but I was like, God damn it.
You're like,
Um,
but actually,
Yeah, so there that I was like, it was just a bunch of things that just all the pieces kind of fell into place. So I'm working on turning those nerves back on and that connection back on, and it explains a lot with my training. So yeah, I'm working my way back and I'm at least able to like on that like seated machines, I can like lift somewhat quote unquote heavy-ish, but not like failure. So yeah, we're getting there. And the main thing I'm focused on is just turning those nerves back on. So that way I can actually train my body parts the way I'm supposed to, and they'll actually work the way they're supposed to.
yeah. I'm glad it's going better and you at least have answers like to know what's going on. And like you said, versus it being something that is going to make you more anxious about it versus like, okay, now I have a direction. I know what not to do and how I need to go about this because I feel like with a lot of spinal stuff and especially like disc injuries, it just takes a lot of time. And that's the
Yeah.
hardest part is the frickin' time that it takes
Yeah.
because there's no blood flow through discs and stuff. That's why it takes so much time because there's no blood to bring excess nutrients and stuff to it. It's got to get there other ways. So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's probably going to be about a year till I'm committed that it's like faster than that. But because I've got like a PEMF machine at my house. I'm going to PT every week. Every other week I'm going to another practitioner that does like, all the other bullshit. I'm getting dry needling. It's like I'm doing all the things. Um, I'm also going to talk to him about something. I'm wondering, like, I've seen a lot of good research behind like a TENS machine, basically, like just like stim machine to put those
Mm-hmm.
on my glutes while I'm training just to help turn them on. Because like a newbie is different. So that's like a whole different tool. That's like literally like a $20,000 machine. A TENS unit is like $100. And I'm like gonna talk to my
Mm-hmm.
PT about it because I've been researching it and it can really help just like turn those nerves back on as I'm trying to regain that mind muscle connection. I say regain, I don't think I ever had it. Um, so I'm gonna ask about that because those are like I can buy a cheap one off Amazon, slap those things on my butt and just like,
We have a couple of them. It's really nice. Like if you just even just with like tight muscles or if something's like really like bound up, we kind of put those on and then we'll because that'll like loosen it. And then there's like different settings too. I know that like certain things will do different ones where it does like a slight like tapping feeling, but it's just like contracting and releasing the muscle. And then there's
yep.
one where it's like a little bit longer and then it lets go and then it's longer and then it lets go. So it's kind of creepy how it does that. Like it just feels weird. But it's definitely been helpful, like in our case, sometimes like we use it every
Why
so
don't
often,
more
not all the time.
people, why don't more bodybuilders use these? That's the only thing I was wondering because I was like, the reason why I was hesitant, because I was like, if I'm artificially stimulating a contraction, is that going to like it's a short-term benefit, but then long-term, I'm not getting that signal turned on myself.
Hmm.
So that was my concern about it. But then when I was researching, it's actually the opposite because it just helps. It's just I guess if my brain's not turning it on at all, something else is, I'm more likely to be able to get that muscle to fire just because even if it's like artificially done by the machine. Um, but I mean, we all have body parts that it's harder for us to connect to, not just me and not always because of an injury. So I'm like, why aren't more people doing that? Like if it's just like as simple as a TENS unit, it's harder to get a muscle to respond. Like some people have an issue like with their back, with their
Yeah.
lats, like one
Yep.
side activates way better than the other. And I'm like, you'd think this seems like a really like affordable solution to some of that stuff, but people, I don't know.
And they're pretty portable. Like ours is like it's like this big probably. Like probably yeah, like about this big. So
Yeah,
it's easy to pack. Like it's not like a newbie. Like the newbie's on like a big cart and everything. Like you gotta like wheel that sucker around, you know? So
yeah,
for us, like it's pretty simple, but I think it's just the setting it up, the activating it, like because you could do it as like an activation exercise, like before you start training, like put it on your back or something, and like start to like do some squeezes and like make sure you help it. So that is interesting though. Like I've never tried it with my athletes, but it is a good point for sure. Like, but again, it's another thing that's $100, but it's still pretty affordable on that. But yeah.
yeah. To me, if someone's having a really hard time connecting to a body part and that's what's holding them back in their division, I'm like, you'd think like fucking no brainer, get this $80, $100 thing that's gonna help. And I'm like, why have I never even really like I know what a TENS unit is, like I've seen them before, but I didn't know they could assist in like during training. I was always under the impression that like it's just like pumping the muscle, but which I guess that's kind of stupid now that I'm saying that out loud. I'm like, why wouldn't it help with the training? Because like if I'm trying to make that connection, like during a glute bridge, for example, that machine's going to just like reinforce what I'm trying to get it to do.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm like, you'd think like all of us that are struggling with growing a muscle, like that would help. I don't know.
Also, people don't want to rely on a tool, because it's like you've done all of the homework like the right way of how you go about finding a root cause. So between like sleep, training, nutrition, it's oftentimes people end up getting stuck into that foundation loop. And then
Yeah.
versus looking at technology that we do have that we can use that could be beneficial. I mean, think of like the first time that we started using um, my the not the therabody but the legs, and actually realizing like, hey, this actually might be a very helpful recovery tool. Or the first time someone ended up using red light therapy, it's one of those things that it will catch on, but I don't think it will when we have this, shiny new object of the Neura, because that one is so widely used by YouTubers and the
What?
IFBB
I've
would
never
talk
even
about that.
heard that thing. Neura?
No, what is it called? The
Oh, the
one
Newbie.
newbie.
newbie. Sorry, I'm like,
Okay. I was like, is this another one I've never heard of?
I had coffee, I swear. had to make a cup of coffee before I got on. But using that because everyone's certified by that brand and they already have this elevated look as this, fancy tool. So
Yeah.
I think you doing this as the next step is excellent and extremely
Hmm.
smart to do.
Yeah, I'm excited because it's definitely not one of those things where like you just stand there and it contracts, like gives you a glute
Right.
workout. It's not that at all. It's
No.
more so like you still have to load the muscle the same as you would otherwise. But if you're having a hard time, I mean, I'm gonna test this out. I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying like I think I'm gonna order one and test it out and see like, if I use it during my glute workout, am I able to actually get because like the main part is my left glutes. Like even when I'm doing like a single leg glute bridge, like a B stance.
Hmm.
I can like, my back's on the ground, glutes are on the ground. I squeeze my left glute and then hinge up, and then the connection is completely gone. After like a few inches on my right side, I can hold it through the whole thing and keep it
Hmm.
squeezed, but I can't on my left. And it's because that signal's been shut off. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm like wanting to use it to keep that in there, and a lot of PTs use it for that purpose and it helps like reestablish that connection. So I'm like, I think, yeah, I'll try it out and report back. I'm
Yeah,
excited
I
to,
was gonna say, please tell us how it goes because we've
yeah,
kind of like done something similar in the fact of like being able to feel things better, not in the same way. So this is like kind of interesting. So we started going to a new chiropractor, and she does like traction and decompression work. So it's really cool. She'll like take a whole picture of your spine. So she does it from the side and like from the front, so you can see if you have any curvature. And like what I found out is that my neck completely straight and there's a little buckle in it from doing this and being like down here all the time, so I'm working on fixing that. And that's a big reason why my traps were so tight because everything is like leaned forwards. And so my traps are doing all the work. And then my upper back was also like curved way too much. I have a little bit of like lordosis. No, kyphosis. Kyphosis is the top. Um, so we're working on fixing that too, and I've already seen a big difference in it. Like I haven't done any of the traction or decompression work yet, but just with the adjustments she's made and like the little exercises I do and the sleeping on, not sleeping, laying on like I have this little block I put my neck on. That's been a huge difference. And then I also found out that my left leg is like 8 millimeters shorter than my right leg. So she gave me a heel lift for just my left because every time I would do anything spine loaded, my hips, my lower back would just hurt. And I'm like, why can't I do like spine loaded movements? Like, I want to squat, I want to be able to hack squat, I want to be able to do XYZ. And I think that's probably why, because my hips were always like this. And so if they're off, it's not going to work right. And you're not pushing correctly. And so now I've been using this heel lift and it's made a huge difference in just all of those movements. I feel so much stronger. Like I can connect better with both legs, kind of thing. So I can
yeah,
actually feel it because it was my left side too that wasn't like connecting the right way. But it's because my one leg was shorter than the other one. So we figured that out. And now it's been so much better. So yeah, definitely like take care of yourself, you guys. Like go to the chiropractor. If you have something wrong, like advocate for yourself, like what Amanda did, and like go and be like, this is just not right. Like I know there's something else. It sucks, but even having to pay out of pocket for that stuff, like you will not regret it because now you just like elongated your bodybuilding career and you didn't have to quit out of frustration of being like, I just can't do this because like my body won't let me.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely been a freaking journey. I will say this, like if anyone's like I would imagine a lot of people are probably out there dealing with it. Like I would just say, like, really advocate for yourself. If you are working with somebody that's not helping you, like, give it a chance. Like, don't be like, I need to be better in 2 weeks. That's not how things work. But if you're working with a practitioner, whether it's a doctor or a PT or whoever, if you just don't feel like it's the right fit, like, keep trying someone new. Because I mean, you guys, I've worked with like countless people at this point to get here for the last couple years. And it was just the way it had to happen. And I ended up like in a really good spot. And I'm sure I'll maybe encounter another person down the line, who's going to be super helpful. But just, yeah, like there's always a way to work around it. Um, and just keep advocating for yourself. Like, don't always if someone gives you an answer that doesn't sound quite right, like get another opinion. Um, because I can't tell you like how many people I went and talked to that with complete and utter confidence told me all kinds of wild shit that ended up being bullshit. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And I don't think they're bad people. I don't think like, oh, fuck them. I just think they knew what they knew. And I just wasn't with the right person. Like I was, yeah, I don't need to go into it. I was just told some wild stuff that would be, I think for some people would be like very debilitating because they're like, I'm done, I'm screwed, there's nothing left for me to do. And their solutions would have made me worse. And I would have been in a much worse spot. And I got this feeling of like, I don't think this is right. And I listened to that and went and found someone that was really there to help me get better and was really willing to like hear me and didn't dismiss anything I was saying about how what my symptoms were and stuff. And but I had to go through all those other people to get to the PT I have now.
Mhm.
So, and I just went and like got an MRI myself. And I was like, I'm just going to fucking figure this out myself, like I did with my hormones, like I did with just about everything. And granted, like doctors have been really helpful along the way, but I've had to be the person to just, kind of steer the ship.
Yeah.
And so don't be afraid to do that. And I also give people a chance to get you well. So like don't give them like a weird 2 week timeline or something. Like these things take time. But at the same time, if it doesn't feel right, like find someone new and don't be sales harangued into like a 6 month subscription to some chiro clinic or whatever. Like
Yeah.
test it out, see how it goes. And yeah, just there's not where there's a will, there's a way. And there, it never even crossed my mind that like I'm done and blah, never crossed my mind. I was like, if I have to take another year off, fine. I don't care. If I have to limp on stage again, I don't give a shit. Like I'm getting back up there and I'm fucking improving. Like
Mhm.
I'm getting this figured out. So, um, yeah.
And that's the mindset you should have.
And there you go. Don't give up. And
Mic
some
drop.
people should go fuck off. Yeah. Oh my God. Ugh.
Well, I'm excited to have the podcast back. If you guys are up for it, we can try to keep doing this every other week still. I'm good with this time if this works for you guys. Um, but yeah, I'm excited because now I get to talk to you guys every other week again and
I
get to update and just
know.
do bodybuilding things. And I just love it. And talk about old grandma shit because also there's that. I've been baking
There's
more, so we
that.
can talk about that next time.
You need to share your sourdough pictures. They look amazing.
Yeah, I found like the best recipe now for sandwich bread, and my loaves are so much better, you guys. So much better. They're like big and fluffy.
My loaves.
My loaves.
You'll need to connect with my mother. No, I like kid you not, because she has become so domesticated since she retired. It's like crazy. Like she's just baking all the time and
That's what
it's
I would do.
and like taking photos. And now she's like going to Paris with her best friend. Like who?
Fun.
I don't recognize this woman.
Can we go to Paris? That sounds
I
nice.
would love to go to Paris and have a croissant.
No.
A
Oh,
there you,
a croissant.
hey,
Croissant.
croissant,
Croissant.
a croissant.
Yes.
I know. I'm so excited. I would love that. And then we also need to talk about like what's going on in the world of like bodybuilding shows and like
Yeah.
pros and stuff.
I know. Well, Pittsburgh is, I think, the next big show, if that's
Like
correct.
3.5 weeks out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm going still. Natalie, please let me know. She listens to this podcast, so let me know if we're going because I think I'm going.
She told me you guys were going, so
I know. So, and neither of us have picked up tickets yet, but I know
oh,
we'll
okay.
get
Well, this is us calling you out, Natalie. You better pick up those tickets and you guys better
Natalie,
go.
yes, please let me know.
Yeah.
We figured out
Get it.
also it's not as expensive as we originally thought. So you
Oh,
don't
nice.
have to get expo tickets, like the weekend pass on top of the prejudging and finals tickets. So
Oh.
if you go to prejudging and finals, the expo tickets are included. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and we also were like, we don't have to go to finals. Like we can watch it from afar, and do that instead and
Yeah.
just pay for prejudging and go to the expo and then watch the finals later. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
literally is half the cost of what we
Just
were.
like go to dinner and like have finals up on your phone or something. And then like
Yeah,
you guys just can go have like a nice dinner while everyone's at finals.
because I think the live stream is free.
Oh,
So I
sick.
think
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
the view would be so much better because as we experienced at the Arnold, unless you have binoculars, then you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Which we'll definitely do next time.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're not going partly, well, for a couple reasons. Just the time of year is tough, and I have a girly doing Universe this year. So I'm
Fun.
going back out there around that time. So, well, not, I mean, early July.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah, I'm
exciting.
excited.
Is that your first girl for nationals?
Yes,
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I know. She's fucking good, guys.
I'm excited to see
She's,
it.
she's fucking good. I'm very excited. Yeah,
Because I know
she's,
you wouldn't let her do it unless she was like ready for it.
Right.
So,
oh no, she's ready. Like
Yeah.
um, she is bikini in a nutshell. Like she is
oh, that's
bikini.
awesome.
She's got really dense muscle. Her shape is insane. Um, I'm very, very excited for her. She qualified last year. She won the overall at the show I won the overall at a couple years ago at Colorado State. Um, and I'm just so excited. She's just such a sweetheart too. Like she's an actual angel of a human being. Absolutely a gem to work with. And she just works her ass off and she's just a model client and is just the sweetest human being of all time and is not like, yeah, she's just a wonderful soul and works really hard. And I'm just very, very
Oh,
excited to I'm very excited for it. I have no, you can never know how it's going to shake out, of
yeah.
course, but she's fucking good. Like she's got it. So
It's exciting.
I know oh man, I'm gonna go with her for sure for like hair, makeup, and all that
Yeah.
stuff because you guys know me and my control freakiness with
hmm
that.
hmm
And then we don't have to stress about like being late to the class or anything like that. And we're gonna get her suit ordered soon because I think right now we're about 11 and a half weeks out.
Okay.
And I mean, she's already got like tie-ins coming in and stuff. So
Exciting.
I'll send
Yeah.
you guys a picture in our group, our little bro
Yes,
chat.
please do. Please do. You'll have to share. We'll have to pull up pictures after she's done and
Yeah,
share it on here so we can shout her out and like all that. Because I have a few competing this year too. Well, I have more than a few, but I don't think anybody will be national stage this year. Just because it's a lot of new people, which is great. I love that. Um,
yeah,
but just not everyone's quite there yet. I have one
yeah,
girl, two girls that might be ready like next year, maybe. So we'll see. But I do have a couple that are going to compete at the Texas Pro for the amateur side of it because
yeah,
they wanted to travel, and I was like, well, like if you want to travel, like let's do like a pro-am show because then you can see what that's like what a big show is. And it just
yep.
worked out that it worked out for both of them, and I'm like, sweet, let's do this one. I don't know yet if I'm going. Kind of depends on if they want me to come or not.
Right.
So I would love to go, of course, because that would be a super fun show to watch. But otherwise, yeah. So we have that. We have six competing at Brew City in Wisconsin and six at TCO in Minnesota this year. So it's gonna be hefty for a day. I'm like, I'm not doing any more than six any after this, like on like one show day. Granted, we're gonna be there, so it's a little different, but like six remote people, nope, not doing that. Not on the same day.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know.
Especially for a first time competitor, because like they don't really know what they're doing either. Like it's different if it's like a pro versus like a first timer, because like the pro knows what to expect and like we need to have pictures in at this time. We need to do this, blah blah blah. And a beginner is just like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, what am I supposed to eat next? And it's like, well, you didn't send me pictures. Like, I can't tell you that, or
I
so
know.
so it's just better that we're gonna go. But again, exciting. So yeah, we'll have to talk about all the competition stuff next time and just see like what everyone's up to, what everyone's doing, and update with like the news of bodybuilding and stuff. I haven't really been keeping up with a whole lot of things, so I got to keep up with that now.
I'm actually, while you guys are sitting here, I'm gonna send you pictures
Yes.
of her. I'm trying to like, I have so many freaking windows up, you guys. It's ridiculous.
That's how I feel at work every day.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
We're fixing her front pose a little bit more this weekend. I made a lot of tweaks to it last time, but um, but still, like, there's that, and then let me get the back.
I'm just waiting for these to come through.
I know, my bad.
You're good. Oh yeah, you've been helping my one girl, Maya, with
Yes, I
posing.
posed with her this morning.
Oh, it was this morning? How did it go?
It was great.
Good.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's great.
Um,
She came
yeah,
to me. This is her first show, and she's like already had some good posing, and I was like, you know what? Like, you should go see Amanda because like you're beyond a beginner for me. So
you're like, oh, let me see
you're
here.
like, I'm like, I can't really do much else. Holy damn.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see
This
what
is
I
gonna be
mean?
good.
And that's 11 weeks out.
Yeah.
That's
That
nutty.
was actually last week. That was because the lighting in her shots last week where it was not great.
Hmm.
That one was better. So that was actually a week and a half ago.
Damn. No, that's
Yeah,
awesome. She
12
looks
and a half.
And
great.
that's like that is totally natural so far.
Damn, that's awesome. Even
We're not
better.
staying that way, but we're staying that way until soon, until we're
Until you
closer.
absolutely have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
get it.
she's been natural up until this point.
Hell yeah. That's
So
awesome.
that's before like real fullness comes in and some, yeah, I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very excited.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, so Maya, yeah, she's great. We tweaked a few because I posed her a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then um she went and did a posing seminar with Becky Clausen.
Yep.
Um, which was awesome. She was so cute. She texted me, she's like, I just got done with a seminar with Becky, and she said all the same things you did.
And you were
And I was
probably
like,
like, yes.
Yeah.
okay, good. Like that's good feedback for me. Cause like if
Yeah.
it's something different. And she was like, nope, she basically said the exact same thing. Um, and so we just kind of did another one today, just kind of tweaking a few things. Um, I think it'll be good too. So her glute max is really dense. And then that upper glute, that'll for her next off season, that'll be good to like bring that
Yeah.
up to match.
Mhm.
Because she's got a lot of density in the glute max, but then that glute med sits flatter, which is really honestly super normal for most bikini competitors. Like it's a smaller muscle, so it's a little bit tougher to hit that one more directly. And you see it a lot, especially as girls grow, that like the glute max comes up, and then that upper glute's always that hardest one to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then her delts, but
Yep.
she looks great. Like she's got a beautiful little structure.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. She's gonna be great. Like for her first show,
Mm-hmm. That's what I told her.
she's
I was
gonna
like,
look
your
great.
first show, I was like, you're gonna do well your first show. Again, not saying you're gonna win or anything like that, but she'll do well. She has a great shape. She has a really great structure to go off of and to grow into too. So that's
What
really
show is she
exciting.
doing?
The Bruce City and TCO.
Just don't let her try to like do her own hair and makeup, dude. Like,
No, she's not.
okay, great. I'm like,
No,
I feel
she's.
like so many amateurs will do that, and it's just like their package on stage just looks and you're just like,
Mhm.
no, like when you go out there and you can look like a pro with
Yep.
your package, like hair, makeup, tan, suit, even if you're still an amateur, right? And it
Yep.
makes such a difference. So, okay, good.
You stand out for sure. And she's gonna do her own tan because I did my own tan for the show and I told everybody I was like, this worked out so well. Everyone should do this. So a couple people are gonna book their tans, which is fine, just because then I don't have to worry about tanning everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to help, of course. But she's gonna do her own. And then one of my other girls is gonna do her own too. And then the other one I don't know what she's doing yet. But yeah, so that should all work out just fine. But yeah, I'm
Sweet. If
excited.
you need anything, like let me know. If you need any like I don't know if anyone's like melting down or tans are looking funky or anything like that, let me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I
Um,
will.
it's so nice, especially like with the girl I have going to Universe. Like I'm gonna do all of her stuff. So we literally don't need to worry about going to this room at 2 a.m. and this room at 4 a.m. and then the tan here. And then she can just sleep and she's just gonna lay there and I'm gonna do it. And I know it's gonna turn out right. And then we can just go to the class and she can not have to be like running around and feeling like, because for national shows, they pack those makeup appointments in and people almost like miss their class sometimes. And it can be so fucking stressful. And we're just going to get it done way ahead of time. And then we're just
Hmm.
going to like sit chilly until her class goes on.
Hmm.
Especially when there's so many girls at
I
university.
know.
So like, I mean, 3 a.m. starts just to do makeup is bonkers.
I
Well,
know, dude. Or like they'll make the bikini girls because bikini goes last. They'll make them get their makeup done at like 1 o'clock. But I remember like
Mhm.
when I did that, I was because like Nancy did my makeup at Universe because I was like, I've never had my makeup done. I want to
mhm.
splurge and like, and I love her. And she did a beautiful job and I was fine, but I was a little stressed. Like I was like, hey, like Masters is coming up. Like, where the fuck? And I was like, and
Yeah.
they started like rushing my hair. And I was like, yeah, just the even though I made it and it was fine, the stress. I
Mhm.
was like, it was so fun, like just being pampered on my show day. Cause normally I'm doing
Mhm.
it all myself. And like I just wanted someone else to do it. And that was great. But the stress, I was like, "Ugh."
Yep. Because I remember me and Carolyn were sitting there and we were like, we're getting kind of close. Like, and we were asking Dan, we're like, we told Dan, we're like, don't freak her out, but in a roundabout way, ask about where she's at because
Oh, I
like
was freaking the
we're
fuck
getting
out. Like
there.
I was watching the live, I was freaking out. And like she was like, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. And I was, but the stress leading up to the you're gonna be fine was like, I could
Mhm.
avoid this by just
Yep.
I was like, God willing, if I ever get to turn pro and like, get to do a pro show. And that's all done like way ahead of time. I
Oh
made
my
because
God,
like
it's so much better.
Nancy did a beautiful job. Like
Yeah.
I loved how she did my makeup. It was so fun to just like sit there for once and just be
Hmm.
able to be pampered and be glammed.
You should.
And I loved what she did. So like I would do that again. But like with how many amateurs there were, I was like, nope, nope, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah. No, and like that was like at the Triple O, like I was up at like 5:30, I think, to do my makeup because pros were on at 9 a.m. So I went on probably about 10:30. So it was women's bodybuilding and then figure went. But we had masters too, so we had like three whole classes to get through before my class went. So
Yeah.
I would much rather get up and get it done and be ready than like waiting until the middle of the day but I also really liked how the Triple O ran their show. Like we did pre-judging, we had a 20-minute break, and then we did finals right after that. So we were done by like noon. And
That's
then
so I know that was the
all the
best.
NPC people then started at like I think they started at 1, but then they did the same thing. They just rolled right into it. Like so they did all prejudging and then they did all finals, I believe, or they did it class
Yeah.
by class. I can't remember. But then like they were all done too by like a decent time of day. So that's what I really enjoyed about it. And then again, they didn't have to all wake up super early, stuff like that. And usually like for me, like I'll either go pay for my makeup or if Amanda's at my show, Amanda does my makeup because and my
Yes.
hair. But I did my own hair this last show and that was fine. But yes, highly recommend. I will second what Amanda said. Don't do your own hair and makeup. Just don't pay for it. Do it.
Yeah. Unless you know exactly what the fuck you're doing,
Yes.
then that's like why I was like, to me doing it myself saves me the stress, and I know how to do it. But a lot of people like they think they're like pretty decent at their own makeup like day to day, and like I can do stage. No, I was a trained professional makeup artist for years before I competed, and
Hmm.
I did stage stuff. So like I have a background in it before I was ever into bodybuilding, so that's why like I felt comfortable. But yeah, just yeah, get yourself done. Get yourself done.
Just pay the extra. It's
Uh
so worth it.
yeah, so worth it. So worth it.
Hmm.
And I will give
Um,
a shout out to like Sean Carla for doing my makeup at my first show ever. That was probably my favorite look for sure. And also the fact that she was able to do the hair and it lasted forever. Um, yeah, I just wouldn't say like the Clash, I wasn't as happy with it. But I think you just have to do the research into these artists beforehand and not succumb to picking someone random.
Hmm.
yeah, I will say, if they don't go to every single show, but Elaine, Good Lad, and Nancy J,
Yeah.
slay. It's just the two of them. They don't hire a bunch of artists. They bring hair girls, but they are both either of them phenomenal, and they're so sweet. Like Nancy was the nicest human being. She made me feel so at ease. Aside from the timing thing, which that's not her fault.
Yeah.
Um, and they're just great. And then LeBeau does a great job too.
Yes.
Yeah. Only heard good things about them too.
Yeah, but if Elaine or Nancy are at your show, like you have to just like you have to just like reach out to them on Instagram. Like I don't think they have like a whole website or anything, but like they both do like all like a lot of the Olympian girls like beautiful. They do such a good job, so recommend. Well, I have to go to my PT appointment. Speaking of, I'm sorry to like zip
No, it's
out.
fine.
No, I forgot. Sorry.
No, don't forget. You're totally good. I just gotta zip on out of here. But I love you guys so, so much. And I'm so glad we are back.
Me too. So everyone that's following, please like, subscribe, share all the things because we're supposed to do all that kind of stuff. But we are excited to be back. Please let us know if there's any topics you want us to talk about. We definitely like obviously want to have guests on. We want to have people to talk to, especially concerning like women's stuff like hormones, competing, post show, body image, like all that kind of stuff. So please let us know what you want to hear about and follow us all on Instagram. So
And we'll talk more about bodybuilding competitions and pros next week or next
yes.
episode too.
Yes. Next episode, we will talk about upcoming stuff and all that fun stuff. So, all right.
Sweet. I
Well,
love
you
you
guys have
guys.
fun. I love
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.